My name is Otaki and I am live on Meet the Author. My name is Otaki. I am a Nigerian writer, poet, and also the author of poetry collection, Give Me a Word. I am from Natural State and Alagu by tribe. I was born and brought up in Lagos. I did my primary school there, Arakambara Primary School in Apapa. Secondary school, junior secondary school, Sulere Secondary School, and later my senior year, Government Science School, Lafia, Natural State. After my secondary school, I attended University of Lagos, Unilag, and where I studied urban and regional planning. I moved down to Abuja 2 years ago, and I've been here ever since. I think I discovered writing very early in my life. You know, like most writers, it was early for me. Mine was in primary school, primary 5, primary 4, I guess, and the transition from primary school to secondary school, it was in secondary school that I was enjoying what I was doing. I loved the fact that I could actually communicate with another person from another place through writing, and that was like an intrigue for me. I was writing my uncles, I was writing my friends where I was in secondary school. Then university, it became serious for me. It was when I discovered that this could actually be a profession. People actually doing it for a living, and I took it serious. So in my 300 or 400 level, a friend of mine introduced me to a literary club in Faculty of Art, University of Lagos then, and I was in this club for a while. But after university, I took it serious. I was writing, I was working, and everything. So some years ago, I now told myself that I would love to put a collection out there. And this very collection that I just published, titled Give Me a Word, I've been working on it for years. I feel like I've been working on it all my life anyway. So finally this year, I released a poetry collection titled Give Me a Word, and there's no stopping me. Okay, what inspires me? You know, like most writers, it's actually, I think it's a familiar question and it's popular out there. You know, writers will tell you that nature, for me, I think it's life generally. The people that I meet every day, people like you that I meet on a daily basis. And I've come to realize that, do you know that on every day of your life, you meet a unique person every day, till the day that you might die. I've come to realize that, and these are the things that actually inspire my writing. And if you're speaking of challenges or resistance that I've actually encountered in my journey so far in writing, you know, sometimes friends will be looking at you as if this one doesn't know what he's talking about, but most especially your family, because they just feel that you're doing this thing and it's not bringing in income, it's not bringing in money, so what are you doing it for? You know, people don't believe in you that much, and writing is not something, the art of writing, as you know, when it was years and now, it's not something that brings in that money, that huge amount of money for sustainability. But if it's in you, it's already in you. So for me, I think what actually inspires me, life, nature, and people. Funny enough, give me the poetry collection, Give Me a Word. The initial title wasn't Give Me a Word, you know. The initial title was A Poet Scared Me Once. So I remember when I submitted the manuscript to my editor last year, you know, very, very nice guy anyway. So he was working on it. So when it was done, sometime this year, he told me to change the title of the collection. And I thought about it. I listed out some names, and you know, that particular name, Give Me a Word, just jumped at me. And yes, so the collection, Give Me a Word. I don't know where to start from, but let me just put it this way. It's divided into 5 sections. The first one is self-portrait. It's about me, generally, life and everything. And the second one is my political view and, you know, racism all around the world and everything. And the third one is my favorite part. It's erotica. I love erotica poetry anyway. So the fourth one is feelings, love and all of that. Then the fifth one, I was talking about death. You know, I lost my dad when I was very young. I don't think that actually affected me in ways that I can't just describe. So most of the time in healing, I try to put it into writing. So the 5th part, death, yes. And the 6th part, just random poems. I talk about rape culture, I talk about other things. So yeah, the poetry collection, Give Me a Word, is actually divided into 6 section parts, and it's been great. And the feedbacks, amazing people out there. See, let me tell you something. I never knew that I had people that admired my work from afar. People that would just see your work and then be following you for years. They don't talk much, but they've been consistent. And when this book came out, I was surprised at the feedback, the acceptability. It's amazing. Let me tell you, I have a friend in the United States who actually bought 3 copies. She lives in Los Angeles, and I have another one in Texas who actually asked me to send a copy of my book to her. And I've gotten a request from Paris, and this is just happening just within weeks that I published. I've not even done the book launching yet. So it's been an amazing feedback, and I want to use this opportunity, this medium, to say thank you. Thank you very much. You guys have been so great. Thank you very much. Okay, speaking of poets that actually influenced my work, people that inspired me and all, let me see, I have a whole lot, but let me just mention 3 or 4. The first person is Richard Ali. I'm sure he knows that. Okay, he doesn't know how much I admire him and his work, but he's a major influence. I discovered him last year, and we've been friends actually. I met him at a poetry masterclass, and he has been a great guy. The second person I will mention is Bash Amuneni. Bash Amuneni, I don't know, he's a friend, a very good friend, and a brother as well. And he has been, through him, I've met a lot of people here in Abuja, and it's amazing actually, the reception and everything has been amazing. And the third person I will mention is, I admire this lady a lot and what she has used poetry to do in society, in the culture and everything. Titi Lokwe-Shonuga, amazing poet. And the fourth person is D.K. Chukwumerije. D.K. Chukwumerije, I don't even have words for that guy. So yeah, let me just say these 4 people that influenced me from Nigeria. And if you're talking about abroad, abroad, I don't want to mention old poets, but so let me just mention the contemporary poets that we are dealing with now. I love South African poets. I love them a lot. I feel they are very creative and all. And this guy, his name is Page. He's a South African poet. And this lady called Thuli Zuma. One thing people don't know about Thuli Zuma is that she's actually the daughter of former president of South Africa, Jacob Zuma. She's an amazing poet, an amazing spoken word artist. Let me see. And the third person actually is from Ghana, a lady. She goes by Poetra Asetewa. Yeah, I hope I pronounced that name right. So yeah, these are some of the major people that actually inspire my work, and I love what they're doing. What they're using spoken word, page poetry to do amazing stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all that you do. What I intend to do with poetry, with the art of poetry, I want to use it to change my environment, the culture, the chaos happening all around us. And if I could, and I believe I will use it to inform more people out there. I will use it as a tool to tackle racism, tribalism, religious sentiments, and all those chaos that we have out there. And I've been doing that a lot with my arts. I've done, I remember when I did, when I was commissioned to write a poem for BBC Media Action, and it took me months to write that poem, and after it was done and recorded, I felt that I have achieved something with this particular piece because it actually spoke what I wanted to say, and I believe that everybody that has listened or watched that piece, the feedback that I got from them, that it touched them in ways that they could relate. And so I want to use my art to actually touch people, to change the way things are, to change biology, to change our cultural view, our political view, racism, tribalism. And at the end of the day, we should all know that we are one. We are human. That's the oldest religion in the world, humanity. and I want to use poetry to do that. Thank you. Okay, so what I want to achieve in the next 5 years, I want to see myself performing internationally. I want to see my second book already out there, even my third book. I have a second book, in the pipeline coming up sometime next year or the upper year. So in the next 5 years, I want to see myself performing internationally. My second or third book should be out there. Yes, I want to achieve that in the next 5 years. Thank you. Okay, so this is my new book titled "Give Me a Word." As you can see there, so my publisher did a very, very great job. And please, you guys should buy my book. You are going to love this book. And I'm in negotiation with bookstore, in Abuja and Lagos, and sometimes all over the country. And Roving Heights is going to be in Roving Heights very soon, this book. Yes. So I want to read a poem from this collection right now, and the title of the poem that I want to read is titled "Manuscript." If my father could seize me now, and the things the wind has done to my wings, the seasons weathering my wit, the length of my mischief, and the fame for going the morals of childhood, the cities I became vagrant to, and the fields I ploughed my hoe, he will know that I am no longer a virgin. I could not live a month without sex, but I haven't been with a woman for months, and now an alcoholic, in love with an imaginary girl. If my father could see now, and the world he left behind, the bearings of the clouds, the height I climbed to pluck fate, the runes I piled to look relevant, the fabric of my honor, and the prophets I refused to give my life to, he would know that I am faithless, living secularly and enjoying the liberty of time. I hate mirrors, all the broken promises and inability to put them back whole. My surname cannot earn me a living. The fight in me comes in gaps, and I refuse to take the wife mama prescribed. If my father could see me now, his all will be the volume of a talking drum. Thank you. That's one of my favorite pieces from this collection. So buy my book, please. Once again, my name is Ada Otaki, a writer and the author of poetry collection, Give Me a Word. And I am live on Meet the Author.